Stop scrolling, because what you're about to see will make you double take so hard you might get whiplash. We all know Hollywood is the land of smoke and mirrors, but in 2026, the technology has reached a level that is frankly terrifying. We aren't just talking about a little Botox anymore. We're talking about full-on facial reconstructions. From the fox eye trend to the controversial jawline sculpting, we have the definitive list. Stick around for our #1 spot, because that transformation is so radical you won't even recognize the person who started the decade as a household name. This is the truth behind the glamour. Let's count down 15 celebrities before and after plastic surgery. Starting us off at number 15 is Dove Cameron. Dove has undergone one of the most calculated and successful evolutions in Hollywood history. If you look at her Disney Channel days compared to her 2026 vampire chic aesthetic, the changes are undeniable. We're talking about a refined rhinoplasty, lip fillers that have redefined her pout, and a subtle lateral brow lift that gives her that signature snatched look. She's become the blueprint for the modern Instagram face, transitioning from a bubbly teen star to a high-fashion icon through precision aesthetics. At number 14, we're looking at Zac Efron. Zac's jawline became the talk of the internet a few years back, but in 2026, the new Zac has fully settled in. While he attributed his changed appearance to a jaw injury, facial plastic surgeons point toward masseter Botox and potentially jaw implants to create that hyper-masculine, chiseled profile. The then and now comparison shows a massive shift from the soft-featured heartthrob of High School Musical to a rugged, almost statuesque action hero. Number 13 brings us to Khloe Kardashian. Khloe has practically made a career out of her transformations, but in 2026, she has debuted what fans are calling her final form. We've seen the nose jobs, which she has openly admitted to, but her latest look involves a controversial deep plane facelift that has completely erased any sign of aging. Her face is more sculpted than ever, and while she looks incredible, the then photos from the early seasons of her reality show reveal a completely different bone structure. Moving to number 12, we have Bella Hadid. Often cited as having the most scientifically perfect face, Bella's transformation is a masterclass in model morphing. Comparing her 2016 debut to her 2026 Fashion Week appearances is jarring. The fox eye lift, which she helped popularize, has reached its peak, pulling her brows and eyelids into a permanent state of feline elegance. Combined with buccal fat removal to hollow out her cheeks, she has moved from girl next door to runway alien in a way that has defined the decade. At number 11, we're discussing Tom Cruise. Even at his age, Tom seems to have found the fountain of youth. In 2026, the signs of a subtle refresh are there. Fans have noted periods where his face appeared slightly puffy, a common side effect of fresh fillers or a mini lift, followed by a perfectly tightened jawline. He's managed to maintain his leading man status by blending top-tier dermatological procedures with what many believe is a very discreet neck lift to keep that profile sharp for his stunt-heavy films. Rounding out the top 10 is Megan Fox. Megan has always been a bombshell, but her 2026 look is a far cry from the Transformers era. She has leaned heavily into the Bratz doll aesthetic, featuring significantly fuller lips, a narrower nasal bridge, and high-set cheek implants. The softness of her early 20s has been replaced by a sharp, stylized beauty that looks striking on the red carpet, but serves as a reminder of how much maintenance goes into staying an A-list siren. Number 9 is a shocker, Liam Payne. Liam sent shockwaves through social media when he appeared with a radically different facial structure. The most notable change? His jawline and cheeks. It appears he underwent significant buccal fat removal to achieve that hollowed-out, high-fashion look. In 2026, this gaunt aesthetic has become a status symbol among male celebs, but looking back at his One Direction days, the change is almost unrecognizable. At number 8, we have Ariana Grande. Ariana's then and now is about more than just a ponytail. Over the years, her eye shape has noticeably shifted from round and doll-like to an upward-tilted almond shape. Experts suggest a combination of a brow lift and canthopsy. In 2026, her look is more refined and ethereal than ever, but the before photos show a natural warmth that has been replaced by a highly polished, stylized persona. 7 takes us to Simon Cowell. Simon has been very open with his regrets with too much filler in the past, but his 2026 reconstruction shows he's found a new balance. After a period where he appeared almost frozen, he appears to have had some of the work dissolved and replaced with a more natural facelift. It's a rare case of a celebrity reverse morphing back to a more human look, though the before photos from the Idol days still feel like a lifetime ago. At number 6, we have Kylie Jenner. You can't have a plastic surgery list without the queen of fillers. By 2026, Kylie has moved away from the overfilled look of her early 20s and opted for a more sophisticated surgical route. This includes a more permanent lip lift and a more refined jawline contour. The before photos of a young, thin-lipped Kylie are now historical artifacts, as she has successfully built a billion-dollar empire off the back of a single syringe. Entering the top 5, and this is where it gets wild. Number 5 is Madonna. The queen of pop has always been a chameleon, but her 2026 look is her most controversial yet. She has fully embraced extreme aesthetics, high-volume cheek fillers, a forehead that is smooth as glass, and a jawline that looks chiseled by a laser. It's a bold statement on aging in the spotlight, but the side-by-side with her 80s Like a Virgin era is truly mind-blowing. Number 4 involves Liam Jenner. While she often claims to be the natural sister, the 2026 Then and Now tells a different story. Fans point to a subtle, eye-opening surgery and lip flips that have enhanced her features without the heavy look of her sisters. She represents the clean girl surgery trend, work that is so good you almost believe she was born with it. At number 3, we have John Travolta. John's hair and face have been through many phases, but in 2026, he has settled into a very sculpted look. The combination of a high-tension facelift and what many suspect is a permanent hair restoration system has given him a look that is decades younger than his actual age. The before photos from the Pulp Fiction era show a man aging naturally, while the after photos show a man who has successfully stopped the clock. At number 2 is a total transformation, Erin Moriarty. The Boys star sparked massive conversation when her appearance changed significantly between seasons. By 2026, she has leaned into a very V-shaped face, featuring a sharpened nose and hollowed cheeks. The transition from the soft-faced starlight to this high-contour look is one of the most cited examples of the Hollywood pressure to conform to a specific facial type. And finally, our number 1, the transformation that has defined 2026, Mickey Rourke. Mickey's journey with plastic surgery is legendary, but his 2026 restoration is the most radical on this list. After years of surgeries that went wrong, he has undergone a series of corrective procedures that have effectively given him a new face entirely. It is a masterpiece of reconstructive surgery, but it leaves us with the ultimate then and now, a man who has lived 10 lives and has the faces to prove it. The world of celebrity plastic surgery is moving faster than we can keep up with. Whether it's for career longevity or social media pressure, these then and now stories show that the face you're born with is often just a rough draft in Hollywood. But what do you think? Did these stars go too far, or is this just a new standard of beauty? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 15 transformations shocked you the most. I read every single comment, so let's get the debate started. If you found this deep dive fascinating, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We've got an even crazier video coming out next week where we look at the failed trends celebrities are now desperately trying to reverse. You do not want to miss that one. Thanks for watching. Stay real, and we'll see you in the next one.